this spoon. That's just stupid. Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Larry here again, your fitness chef for another video. Today we are going to make garlic zucchini pasta. It's very simple, has exactly what it sounds like. We have some crushed garlic, pasta, and zucchini, and a couple more things. We're going to use spiralized zucchini, which you could either buy in the grocery store already spiralized for you, or if you happen to own one, you could just spiralize a medium zucchini, depending on how many servings you want to have. But one medium zucchini will get you about 2 servings. So the more you use, the more you'll have. So like I said, you could buy this already in the store, already done, or you could do this yourself. I actually happen to do it myself. Next, we have 2 servings or 112 grams of whole grain pasta. Now, depending on which pasta you use will dictate the total macronutrients in it. Alrighty. Then we have some garlic. You could use crushed garlic or minced garlic, depending on what you have available. This is actually a teaspoon and a half of minced garlic. We also have a cup of cherry tomatoes halved. So we just literally just take it, half it up, and there we go. Get about 1 cup size of that. We have some red chili flakes, or chili, or any of the crushed chili flakes if you want to use them. They're going to give us a little bit of heat later on. Then we have about a teaspoon and a half of paprika or paprika. You could use smoked or you could use regular. Doesn't really matter. So this recipe is so easy to use. It's vegetarian friendly. Depending on which pasta you use will be a gluten-friendly option. And it really, the longest part of this is the pasta boiling. That's it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just stay tuned. Thanks. How are we doing? We are moving along. I didn't really want to have to show you this. We sit and watch pasta boil. So I took care of that already. I got a medium pan over here, heating up on medium heat. Now you could use anywhere as little or as much as you want as far as oil goes, but do not exceed 1 tablespoon of oil. Alrighty, you could use any oil you'd like. Again, I use avocado oil, and I'm going to use in my spritzer because I don't want to have too much. So I'm going to have less than a tablespoon of oil. So let's get that going. I'm going to heat up that oil just a smidge, because what we're going to do right now is we're going to saute the zucchini and the tomatoes together. Alrighty, so we're going to take our spiralized zucchini, either store-bought or homemade, whichever one you got, and we're just going to get that in there, get that going. All right, that's one. Give a little stir around, get some oil on these. All right, now when you do the tomatoes, obviously you cut them open, so a lot of the juice is going to come out. So get all that in there, don't leave anything on the side. All righty, let's turn the heat up just a little bit. All righty, and we're just going to scooch this around. Now, we're just going to let this go for 2 to 3 minutes and kind of like blend all that stuff together. Now, like I said, this is designed to be a vegetarian recipe, so there's no meat products in it at all. Alrighty. There's actually, there's could be a vegan one. There's no animal products in it. So, but you could actually change that if you'd like. You could add whatever you want to it. You could add grilled chicken to it if you'd like. You could add, I wouldn't really add meat. You could do a sausage, but I think that would be weird. That might be too much fat in there. But anyway, I think chicken is probably your best way to go. It's very easy to do, virtually, protein packed, so that'll be good. Okay, so now we got the sizzle going on over here. We're gonna do this for 2 to 3 minutes, like I said. Also, depending on what type of pasta you use, you could do, again, this is a whole grain pasta that I have. Your macronutrient count is going to range anywhere between about 260 calories to about 300 calories per serving, depending on which pasta you use. Also, depending on how much oil you use too. So if you use upwards to a tablespoon of oil, that's going to add some fats into there. Now, this is as is, nothing else added to it. With about a tablespoon of oil, it's going to be around 11 grams of fat, because just from the oil itself. Actually, it's going to be a little less than that because we're dividing it up. Yeah, so it's going to be anywhere between 5 to 8 grams of fat. That's what we got. So we got about 260 to 300 calories per serving, anywhere between 5 to 8 grams of fat. Carbohydrates is where it's going to be a little bit higher because it's basically a pasta dish. So, and don't, you get a little bit of carbohydrates from your zucchini, but nothing too crazy. It's going to be mostly, obviously, from the pasta. So that's going to range anywhere between 45 to 50 grams of carbohydrates, depending on which pasta you use. Brown rice pasta, gluten-free pasta, whole grain pasta, or regular pasta. So your protein is going to be anywhere between 6 to 9 grams of protein, depending, again, on which pasta you use. So let's go. 2 to 3 minutes. This has been cooking over here. We're just going to season this up a little bit. Some salt, pepper, depending on, however you like it. I'm not a huge fan of salt, believe it or not, but you can do whatever you want. So there we go. Now we add the garlic. So we make sure we get all that garlic in there. Excellent. There we go. And now we're just going to cook this for another 2 minutes or so. So just to do a quick recap, 260 to 300 calories per serving, 5 to 8 grams of fat per serving, 45 to 50 grams of carbohydrates per serving, and 6 to 9 grams of protein per serving. Not bad for not actually having any meat in it. Obviously, if you add a meat to it, your protein's going to go up, your fat content's going to go up depending on which one you use. Alrighty. Okay, so another 2 minutes here, because then here comes a nice, pretty part. Is because, simple color. All right, not 2 minutes yet, but we're going to move on. Now we add our pasta. Now, if there's any pasta, oop, we missed one. Let me get rid of that. If you strained it out and you left any pasta water left, that's perfectly fine, because then that'll just burn off with this, but it'll keep everything nice and moist. All right, mixing that up nice and it actually looks really good. It's very simple, but it looks so good. Alrighty. Now we add our paprika or paprika, depending on how you say it. I mean, look at that. That's a nice color. And then we just do a nice mix up. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oh, the paprika gets all over the pasta, gets all over the zucchini, the tomatoes. The tomatoes are starting to break down because obviously you're cooking them. So those are becoming really, really soft. Yeah, just get mixed in there. Make sure everything is basically covered. There we go. You don't want to have to bite into something and you get that nice big chunk of, spice. So you try to break it up as much as you can. All right. This is a carb heavy meal. All right. We can put you right there. Now for the final piece is just the pepper flakes. This will add a little bit of spice to it, add a little bit of extra flavor to it. Make sure we get those mixed up. You definitely don't want to bite into seed on that, because that'll just kind of ruin your meal, and you really don't want to do that. Alrighty. Yeah, it's really that simple. You don't have to cook it for that long. So we're just going to break all this up now. Look at that. Zucchini strands. So it's kind of like spaghetti. So we're just going to move some of this in here. What am I doing with this spoon? That's just stupid. Haha. There we go. That's better. Grab some tomatoes. Grab some pastas. Remember, this is designed, what I have right here is designed for 2 servings. So make sure we leave some tomatoes for the next one and some zucchini for the next one. Alrighty. Now, we're going to top this all off with something very simple. Some dried parsley flakes. Adds a little bit of extra, color to it, but also adds a nice little flavor to it. So, there we go. Garlic, zucchini, and tomato pasta. Very, very simple. I'm gonna eat this now. So, cool. Thank you guys for watching, dealing with me and all this fun stuff. Like I said, I am Larry, your fitness chef for the Leroy channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave those below. Hit that like and subscribe button and all that fun stuff so we could keep doing this and bringing you some great recipes. If you guys have any questions about the food that I cook here, or if you want to try it, the recipe is going to be down below, and I always, I'm free to help you guys whenever I can. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.